Okay, Fred the Fighter, you and Molly, your monk, Connie, your cleric, and Wally, your wizard. You guys are all in the common room of the inn, uh, just digging into this wonderful peach cobbler. When suddenly, three different spots in the room, windows shatter, and patrons and staff scream as these enormous canines with fire on their feet and glowing eyes and mouths that open up into maws like a blast furnace. They leap through the windows and they bare their fangs right at you and they start to bark and they begin to pace forward towards you. What would you like to do? All right, this, ladies and gentlemen, is how the adventure of Fiery Fangs from Princess of the Apocalypse opens for a party that would be adventuring there. And this is going to be the subject of Lore Friday for tonight. Hey everybody, this is DM Galabond. It's Lore Friday for September 11th, 2020. And as we said, we are going to be taking a look at the Fiery Fangs adventure. All right, so let's go ahead and see how this works in the adventure. This is an encounter more so than an adventure, but it's an encounter with a plot hook in it. The fire cult is less concerned with maintaining appearances than the other cults of elemental evil. And when they understand that the party has been poking their noses in where it doesn't belong, they will send a pack of 3 hellhounds after the party. They only need to get the scent of the characters through spilled blood or discarded items, and it can take place anywhere, either out in the wilderness or in an inn, which is kind of interesting because, if hellhounds come and attack your party in an inn, there's not going to be a whole lot of people in the town that are going to want to help you. And it's like, okay, what have you done to piss off hellhounds? If you must have been consorting with demons. We don't want your kind. Please get out of town. Just go. Just go. No, we don't want to hear about it. Just leave. Just leave. Um, I don't care how much gold you have, Fred the Fighter. You're not staying here in this town. So the uh, monsters are single-mindedly focused on the characters, and they fight until one of them is killed and the second one is reduced to fewer than half of its hit points, whereupon the surviving hounds flee. Mysterious bow-like symbol, which is the symbol of the fire cult, marks the iron collars of the hellhounds. And then there's an NPC in Red Larch that can connect that symbol with a mysterious gathering of druids in the Somber Hills, and that gathering of druids marks the stronghold for the fire cult, the above ground stronghold. So that is the hook that it goes into. Now, this particular encounter is tuned for a fifth level party, uh, and it's kind of a neat way of sort of showing how the enemy that your PCs have been pursuing through the campaign will suddenly turn around and start to fight back. And for that little beat and that little nugget, that's kind of interesting for DMs as you're developing your own homebrew game. And if you have a big bad, you don't constantly want your big bad to seem like they are on the run from the party and the party is always chasing them. There's got to be some point at which that big bad will strike back at the party and try to put the party on the defensive. And so, thinking about different kinds of things you could set up and how you could attack the party and what what attacks against the party would say. Just like the example here, if you send hellhounds after a party and they attack the party in the middle of an inn in a town or a village. Okay, well, everybody and their brother is going to have superstitions about what those hellhounds mean. The hellhounds only come around with, and bother people who have made bad deals with demonic powers. So if they're attacking you, that must mean that you in your past somewhere have made a bad deal with a demonic power. Therefore, we don't want you around. Like the old Tom Petty song says, "Don't come around here no more. Just beat it, get out." And that can cause problems for your party depending on where they're adventuring. Now, because it doesn't have some maps and, it's kind of indistinct, it makes it really easy to plop this into another campaign or into a homebrew campaign. And then all you have to do is think a little bit about, all right, what level is the party? What is the theme of the big bad that they're after? And what would be an appropriate type of monster to send against them? And what might really freak out the local populace if your party got attacked in a town, while they were having dinner at one of the popular inns. They're just sitting there at the booth in Denny's, and you know, stuff comes in and starts attacking them. Okay, uh, or depending on what your town is like, maybe it's not a Denny's, maybe it's a Ruth's Chris that they're sitting in and having their dinner. Uh, hey, it's your fantasy world. You can make it whatever you want. Um, so, and then figuring out a hook. In this case, it's the collars, and there's a specific NPC in a specific location that will recognize that symbol and be able to point the party to something. So whatever you have, you should have something like that. That if it's not obvious to the party who sent these or why they're being attacked, um, there's a clue there that they can go and somebody can interpret that clue for them, and that will help them say, "Oh, yeah, okay. I remember we were there. We gave those people a hard time. I guess they didn't like that, did they? All right. Well, maybe it's time to go back and, take care of business now." If that's what your party wants to do. Or maybe your party just says, "Forget this, we're running." And then the bad guys go on about their plans unmolested by pesky meddling adventurers. All right, well, that is going to do it for our discussion of Fiery Fangs. Hey, if you like everything we're doing here on this channel, please go ahead and subscribe, like the video, share the video, click the post notification bell. That will let you get notified every time a new video drops. Also in the comments, let us know if you like the new format that we have on the videos. We've changed things up a little bit. Uh, we'd love to have more interaction from you guys as you view the videos, and feedback on what can be done to make them even better for you. All right, everyone. Thanks a lot. Take care, and we will go ahead and wish you all a very good evening. Good night, everyone.